Well, as the Astros and Rockies wrap up this game, it didn't go as planned. Now, cooler things have happened, and maybe they make a comeback while we're live. You know what? Let's talk about it on this edition of Locked On Astros.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Heisman and Brett Htown Wheelhouse Chansey.
What's going on, everybody? This is Htown Wheelhouse here with Locked On Astros. Remember, we're your team every day. I went ahead and got a jump early on this, a start early when the Astros put one guy on in the bottom of the ninth with no outs, Jacob Melton up to bat. Look, you know where to find me. You know where to find the show. I'm flying solo tonight, and this episode is brought to you by Game Time. Game Time is an amazing app that you need to use. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Remember, Wheelhouse is here for you, man, no matter what. The highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, and just another game where they didn't perform. But what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about, obviously, Jordan Alvarez's return. We're also going to talk about, was this game on Hunter Brown, or were those runs that were scored, those 4 runs that were scored in the middle of the game, were they on our shortstop, Jeremy Pena? And I think some of y'all would agree with me that they actually were. You know, Jeremy Pena hold on to the ball, then I think the Astros maybe don't give up those runs. But the bottom line is they didn't score tonight. Outside of the Jesus Sanchez solo shot, there is simply no excuse. Now, the guy they had on the mound tonight, his last 2 outings in Colorado, had only allowed 4 runs in 11 innings. And so he's been very greedy on the mound. But then again, this is an 11-year run where the Houston Astros have not allowed the Rockies to defeat them at home. And if things don't go well quickly while we're on the show, then the Astros will fall to them. The only silver lining, and I know y'all are tired of me saying it, the only silver lining is looks like the Padres are beating the Mariners. They hit a grand slam in the first inning. And so I thank y'all for tuning in. Look, defense is key. Defense, what they say, offense wins games, defense wins championships, and that's usually attributed to what? Football? Well, in this game, defense is key. You know, Jeremy Pena is 2 for 3. Jeremy Pena at the plate has done a decent job. Hasn't contributed to the run total, but nonetheless, he's gotten on base. So whenever you get on base, you give a guy a chance. But he strikes out swinging for the second out in the 9th inning, where Jacob Melton is on first. And it looks like the hopes of the Astros coming back and winning this are slim to none. 6 hits, 7 Ks today for the Astros. And it really was the Jeremy Pena error, or he actually made 2 errors. The miscatch and the fielding error did him in. And in that 3rd inning, when they put up that 4 spot, that kind of changed the trajectory of this game. You hate to see the Astros go down like this, go down in flames versus the Rockies. But the bottom line is, this is who this team is when it comes to playing bad teams. Play a great team, they're going to come play. They're going to come show up. Play a bad team, we don't know what's happening. I mean, Hunter Brown got 0 run support, 6.2 innings pitched. He did give up 6 runs. Only 2 were earned. In other words, again, those other runs were defensively earned error runs, and 7 Ks and 1 home run. So Hunter Brown, not the best night, not the worst night, but everything is compounded. Everything is conflated when it comes to your offense simply not producing. And that's really kind of been a theme. And, you know, this was Jordan's big return. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about us, again, continuing to outpace the Mariners and just playing down to the competition. Now, why am I not worried about playing down to the competition? I'll tell you, because the competition that's bad is not going to be in the playoffs. And I know some of y'all say, oh, that's an excuse. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You play great against the good teams. You play bad against the bad teams. And this offense is extremely inconsistent and not one of the better offenses in the league. I mean, you got to call a spade a spade. You got to look at who they are and what they've been all season long. You know, Carlos Correa gets on base. You got a guy on first and second with 2 outs, down 5 runs. Miracles have happened. But what I want to look at is, like, when you look at Hunter Brown and the games that he's pitched in, the team has not given him a ton of run support. And you hate to see that, because when he goes in there, you need your offense to come back and to actually do something for him. And as of late, you know, he's had in August, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4. He's had 5 starts now. 5 starts. He only has 1 win to show for it. He's only given up 4 earned runs in August, and he has 1 win in 5 starts. That's just not good. Now, again, outside of miracle, outside the Astros coming back and win the 9th, and I hope they hit a walk-off or do something while I'm on the mic, while I'm on the show, because this is not going to be a long show tonight. The Houston Astros have got to figure out how to be more consistent at the plate. I see some of y'all saying here Brown was weak. It wasn't that Brown was weak. I think the momentum was killed when Jeremy Pena made that error, or the 2 errors that that really put that 3 or 4 spot in the middle of the game, and that changed the trajectory of this game. And the counter argument to that is that the offense just was not hitting the ball. I mean, the offense could not. I mean, you got 6 hits. The Rockies got 6 hits, and there you go. Final out of the game. Jose Altuve flies out, and the game is over. The Astros lose 6-1. The Rockies have won the first game at Daikin Park in Houston in 11 years. They have not won a game. So there you have it, folks. Jeremy Pena with the multi-hit game. We had 4 other hits between Correa, Sanchez, the solo shot, the only run of the game, Dubon and Melton. So this team comes out and sputters out of the gate. They play bad defense, and they leave no room for error by the pitchers. And you come out giving Hunter Brown a loss. He's now 10-6. Again, 5 games in August Hunter Brown has pitched, and he has 1 win to show for it. He's only given up 4 runs. Now, everybody's saying I'm embarrassed. This is embarrassing. Guys, how is this embarrassing if this is who this team is offensively? Remember, the pitchers on the mound were the ones that were the glue holding everything together, okay? They were on the mound. They were holding everything together. The hitters were scoring just enough runs in order to get the W in the win column. They weren't breaking records. They weren't, crushing the ball. They weren't doing any of that stuff. And yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating a lot, but it's not embarrassing. That's who this team is. And if you don't realize who this team is, then you are wearing Astros colored glasses. I mean, I'm the ultimate always positive, always Stros guy. And I know we try to keep a positive vibe on the show. Eric and I do, because we hate negativity. And a lot of people come on here and they bring their negativity and all that stuff, and that's fine. This team absolutely is making the playoffs. There's no way they miss the playoffs. So this is what Ayush says. This team is not making the playoffs. So glad I never even thought they were good. Well, Ayush, I am sorry that you are down in the dumps. I'm sorry that you are negative Nancy tonight, but this team won't miss the playoffs. The Mariners still can't win. The Mariners still can't come out and get a win, but against the better teams, against the teams above 500, the Astros are very good. They have a very good record. And if you're going to go with, and you're going to stick with the record that the Astros have against the bad teams, and count that as credit towards your argument of why this team's so bad, then you've got to look at how they are versus good teams and I can counter that with telling you how good this team can be. And I think will be ultimately in the end. Now, does it mean they make a long playoff run? I don't know. Does this mean they beat a surging Boston Red Sox team? I don't know. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, it is something that you really hope that the Astros can figure out before you get to that key series. Again, I'm not saying they're going to win everything, but I really don't see this team missing the playoffs. If they've been through what they've been through and they're still on top, this AL West is extremely weak. And at the very least, they get a wild card. But next, we're going to talk about FanDuel. I'm going to tell you about them and our friends at Game Time. So let's get a word from our sponsors. Everybody, Htown Wheelhouse here with FanDuel.com. Let me tell you about it. On August 26th, that was today, they had this great promotion, and now it's the NFL football season. They're making sure that you're ready for kickoff. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets. That's $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. I love using FanDuel because it fits however I like to bet. Player props, building a same game parlay, or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. And this episode is also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time is America's #1 and MLB's official ticketing app. So go there today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. There's nothing like catching a baseball game live, the energy, the crowd, the chance to see your team in person. And right now, I want you to know that using the Game Time app and taking advantage and giving it back to the fans is what they're all about. It's fast, it's easy, and it's backed by the Game Time guarantee. You'll always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. There's no surprises. Now, I want you to know this. If you download the Game Time app today and you create an account, use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today. All right, everybody, we're here. We're back. We're in the dregs. We're upset. We're freaking out. We are. How was your teacher's meeting last night? What teacher's meeting? I'm joking. No, it was a meet the teacher night. It was good. It was good, but I'm tired. I'll be honest. I'm running on absolute fumes. Eric reached out to me today. He said, bro, I got to go solo tonight. I got to get up at the butt crack of dawn. I said, man, I got you. No worries. But look, if you like what you hear, if you like our show, we have an important request. Locked On wants to hear from you. We've put together a survey to learn more about our listeners and make your favorite podcast even better. This is your chance to tell us what you like, what you don't, and answer the questions about our advertising. Go to lockedonpodcast.com/survey to get started. Everyone who completes the survey will be entered for a chance to win one of 10 $100 Amazon gift cards. Again, that's lockedonpodcast.com/survey. You can also find the link in the show notes. And thanks for helping us out. So what do we talk about first? Jordan's return being less than climactic. The Astros continuing to outpace the Mariners despite losing. Playing down to the competition. Steely Bob says, go to sleep, Brett. Hey, Steely, you go to sleep. No, I'm joking. Trust me, I will. After I'm done with this, I'm going straight to bed. I'm not doing anything else. This show will probably end promptly at the 23 or 24-minute mark. I appreciate it, Steely. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all showing up. Right here, I love Miss Scott's energy tonight. I don't even care. I love the Astros win or lose. Winning is more fun than losing, but it's not a big deal, LOL. Keep it up, girlfriend. Keep it up. I love it. And yes, it is definitely tough to watch your team go down to the Rockies. The Rockies, they're terrible. They're 38-94. I mean, we're 12 games above 500, so it's not like we're lighting the world on fire on the other end of the scoreboard. But, man, thank goodness for Ramon Laureano being a San Diego Padre and hitting a grand slam in the first inning where they have the Padres up 5-0. And I know what you're thinking. Wheelhouse, you can't keep depending on the Mariners. You're right. But at this juncture, because the Astros lost, they are now a game and a half above the Mariners. But if the Mariners can lose, the Astros will stay 2 games ahead. And if I'm in that Mariners clubhouse, I'm pissed off. If I'm Big Dumper, I'm pissed off because they have not been able to give the Astros a plug nickel of a run since the Astros started sputtering. It is absolutely hilarious. What's more embarrassing? As an Astros fan, having your team get beat by the Rangers, or a Mariners fan having your team continue to struggle to gain 2 games on a team that doesn't seem like they want to win a whole lot lately? It is 1.5 games right now. It will be 2 games if the Mariners, no, it is not 1 right now. It is 1.5 right now. It is because we are now, aren't we 72-59 on the year now? Isn't that correct? What is our record right now? Our record right now, the Astros are 72-60. Okay. You're right. It's a game. It will be a game and a half. My bad. Chris is in with the right there. 1 game right now. My bad. You got me, Chris. You got me, dude. I should be mad at the Astros, Emilio says. Tell me why. Tell me why. Edict says your logic is skewed. Wait, my logic is skewed? Why? Because I don't want to play the mad card? Because I don't want to be Steve? But why be mad? Why? What point? Actually, it makes me more upset that y'all are asking me to be upset. Like, that makes no sense. This isn't the podcast where we rant and rave. You've seen me rant and rave. You've seen me get emotional, okay? So don't ever accuse me of not caring about this team. But, guys, you got to pick your battles. I mean, if you let life piss you off every step of the way, you have got to be one unhappy, one surly fella or lady. Just saying. This is a trap series. The Astros haven't played good against bad teams most of the year. When you are pissed on these podcasts, it's more entertaining. Where's the 0-24 comment on analytics? Hey, I love the fact that you follow us, okay? I love the fact that you know me oh too well. I just can't ride that negative train tonight. I don't have the energy. So what's the point? Look, I'm not going to acquiesce and let you tell me what to do. But I am going to say this, that the Astros do need to get their proverbial head out of their rear ends for game 2. There is no reason why Hunter Brown has 5 games pitched in August and only 1 victory and a lack of run support. No excuses. That, to me, is inexcusable. If I was Hunter Brown, I would be absolutely pissed. And I've talked to Hunter Brown, and the dude is a freaking... That dude has got some stones, and that dude will talk when he feels like it's his time to talk. Now, he knows his place, but he's become a true veteran presence in that locker room. And I don't think it's going to go without saying tonight that, look, Fromber's on the mound tomorrow night. You guys better light this Dolander guy on fire tomorrow night. 2-10 with the 6.91 ERA. For the love of God and everything holy, can we at least go up there? And can we knock this guy out of the game early? He has 68 strikeouts in those 12 wins or those 12 games. Don't know how many total games he has, but Framber Valdez, 153 strikeouts, 11-7. You got to go out and win tomorrow night. You got to go out and do what you got to do to win. And yes, again, the Mariners are losing. But yes, I know, Chris, he had a 7 ERA. I know that. I get that. It's insane. We need good Framber tomorrow night. We need good offense tomorrow night. And we're going to tell you about upside here in a second for our last sponsor talk. Sit back and enjoy. What's the upside of all of this? Well, if anything, it's this app. Download the free Upside app today. Use the promo code SEASON for a 25-cent per gallon bonus. That's huge. Why would you not want to get 25 cents off per gallon? Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the Apple Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited time promo code SEASON and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. You could make up to $300 a year just from buying the gas you already needed. At first, I thought it was too good to be true, but I totally realized that it is legit. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, e-gift card, and so much more. So don't let this offer drive on you or drive away. You don't want it to drive on you either. Download the free Upside app now using my limited time code SEASON. Offers do vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions. All right, so we got these next two games, and we're just going to talk about that, and I am going to bolt. I am not going to sit and harp on this. This is what happened. Let me break it down for you. Jeremy Pena's defense tanked that inning where you created 3 or 4 runs that the Rockies scored. They never looked back. Number 2, the only person that produced anything significantly was a solo shot by Jesus Sanchez. Number 3, Jordan Alvarez was walked more than once. And if you expected him to come in and crush the world and crush pitchers his first game back, you're sorely mistaken. He was not going to do that. He didn't do that. He wasn't horrible at the plate, but it was so frustrating. I'll tell you what was frustrating was when he got on base and there were 2 men on base, and then Christian Walker just had a half-ass swing at one of the pitches and flied out. But you cannot play down to the competition anymore. You do have more opponents that are weak, and you've got to stay in front of the Mariners. That's the key. Not the Rangers, the Mariners. The team that I'm most concerned about are the Red Sox. I'm not concerned about the Tigers. I think they're beatable. We swept them. I know they just kicked our tails, but we swept them. Well, no, we didn't. So we won 2 out of 3 versus them at home. We can beat the good teams, but what team's going to show up? What offense is going to be there? Are they going to make mistakes on the base paths? There's so little room for error. Okay, the Mariners are coming back. Good job. I hope you're not rooting for the Mariners. At the end of the day, if the Mariners lose, if the Mariners come back and win, the Astros have no one but themselves to blame if they are closer to the Mariners in tying. I just think that even at the end of this Rockies series and the end of the Padres-Mariners series, that we don't ever tie with them where they don't take the lead. I would be shocked if they did. So, look, that's all I got tonight. We played down to the competition. Hunter Brown didn't get the much-needed defense. The offense didn't pick him up. Outside of Jesus Sanchez's solo shot, there was really nothing going on. They were ice cold. They were just bludgeoned. Yeah, we can use the word bludgeoned, even though they weren't technically. The first win by the Rockies in 11 seasons in a stadium that the Rockets call home. The Astros call home. See how tired I am? It's not Minute Maid Park. It's Daikin Park. So, that's all I got, boys and girls. I hope I gave a little bit more effort. I thank y'all for tuning in. I know you're upset, but keep your chin up, okay? And David, don't use cuss words on my chat because I'll just delete your comment, sir. Thank you so much. Yep, you too, Chris. No, not Chris. We got all the Davids. Anybody named David in our chat usually likes to cuss. Hey guys, keep it clean. Come on, we got kids here, all right? We got kids around. You know what? The Astros are not a trashy team. Don't be a trashy fan base. You can criticize, but at the end of the day, they are our ride or die. And I love how y'all are like junior high kids putting cuss words in the chat. This is great. Not a whole lot different tonight from my 7th graders at school, but I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. And as always, go Stros. We're out.